Hey guys, welcome to the Nick Family YouTube channel. Um, I take this opportunity to welcome you guys to my YouTube channel. If you're here for the first time, consider subscribing. My good name is Nick. To the returning subscribers and viewers, guys, you're the best. I don't know how I can reward you guys, but you're the best. Now, today is a wonderful evening that I'm coming live from my house. Yes, today happens to be on a Sunday, and I'm way along. My wife and kids are outside. Just to cut the story short, let me just give you a brief introduction of myself. My name is Nicholas Nzioka. My name is Nicholas. I am a father of two young boys. One is 4 years old, and one is turning 2 years in the next couple of days. When I mean couple of days is late June by 28th, will be turning 2 years old. Yes, I'm congratulating myself as a father today. Yes, and as we dash this story, the story of my life, today I want to give you a story of my life. Yes, at least to get to know Nick, how Nick has been raised, what are the challenges, yes, I've faced so far, and how is life, yes, and how is everything literally, yeah, how is everything generally, yeah, about this life. um yes, to start with, I was raised by a single mother for a couple of years, in the street, in the hills of Kilungu. No, before we moved to Kilungu, that is, Kilungu is where I've been, where I've been raised and where my mother died. Yes, 16 years ago, my mother died on 2016. No, died on 2009. Immediately when I finished class 8 at the pre-primary school, the primary school, yeah, class 8. That was in 2009, February, date 22. It was on a Sunday, yeah. It's a coincidence that I'm doing this video today on a Sunday, and it happens that my mother died also on a Sunday. Yeah, date 22. Date was 22. It was February the year 2009. I had actually finished class 8, and I was in transition. I was transiting to high school, but I didn't really go to high school immediately after I finished class 8, because by that time my mother was critically ill. She was very, 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 very ill, and most people from my grandmother's place, they used to hate us. They used to see us as a burden to them, because by that time my father had abandoned us. It was me, my brother, my sister. By then my sister was a house help, working in the coastal region of this country, that happens to be Mombasa. And I was there with my mother, struggling with life. Because when my mother became very ill, by that time we were staying in Nairobi, here in Madare, I think so. Now we had to move. We had to move to a rural area. We had to move to my mom. My mom had to go to her own parent where she was born. And when she went there, she was accepted. So she was accepted by her mother. That is because her dad died way years ago. That is my grandfather. When she was actually, she used to tell us, dad died long time ago when she was actually, I think, somehow 15 years, or not even 15. Yeah, some around there. I don't know. That is what she used to tell us. Yes, let's go back to our story. Now we have moved to my grandma's place. I will be showing you. Yes, and this now I am giving these stories so that even those neighbors, when they see me, they don't they they I want them to feel sorry. I want them to feel sorry, and because they used to treat us like, they used to treat us like we are nobody, like we are animals, like we're not supposed to exist. Reason being that we were very poor, very extremely poor. Because I remember we used to boil pawpaw. We used to boil pawpaw. Used to boil pawpaw for us to eat, and also making this video also to let the neighbors see if they will be able to see the video, but I don't think they will be there. I don't think they will be able to see the video, or maybe their children that we still in touch might see this video. Because I remember we had a very challenging life when we were growing up, me and my brother. Because we used to go and steal cassava because we have nothing to eat. We have nothing to eat. We actually used to go and steal cassava. There's one neighbor that we had. There's one neighbor that we had. I I will record this video once I visit my grandma's place, because I'm planning to visit my grandma's place very soon. I will film. I will record a video from my mother's grave to where we used to live, the neighbors, um, the topography, that is how the area looks like up to date. Also be showing you when we had nothing to eat, the wild fruit that we used to eat, the guavas. We have other wild fruit that I don't know the name in English, but we used to call them ilali, we used to call them dumbu, and so many others that I don't know actually know their name in English. Like if you know the name of kelali in English, or ndumbu in English. Ndumbu, they look they are a bit smaller, but they look like blueberries. So if you put them in your mouth, then your tongue, your lips turns to purple in color. A deep purple, a deep one, a very conch purple. Yes, we used to graze. Grandma's goats, because my great grandma had one cow, and because they are from the hillside, then mostly cows, they usually do a zero grazing. Yeah? I know most of us, we know what is a zero grazing. Yeah, whereby you go look for the cows feed and then you give them from their cow shed. Yeah. Now, this is the most challenging part. We don't have food. My mother is very sick. No neighbors want to see us. Actually, I had one of the worst behavior, because I know at our place there is no food. So what I usually do is I won't stay home and die hungry. What I'll do is I'll go with the valleys. You see, between the hill there are valleys, and the valleys there are some of the gardens or the shamba, and people have sugar cane there. They have the plantain, that is the bananas, and those areas they also have the harrow roots and some sweet potatoes. I wish I could be showing you where I used to do this, because I used to behave like what do you call this animal in English? There's that animal that when it events in events your shamba, yani mnyama akishakuja kwa shamba lako na you have cassava, it starts from far, then digs from far, then it reaches the cassava, still continue dig till where the cassava touches the stem. Then from there I break the cassava, and then I use a stick to do like this, so that when the owner of the shamba comes, he won't know that it was a person or it was a human being who took the cassava. He will think they are these concubines. Yeah, they're called concubines. The one that has eaten the cassavas, because see, the concubine has a way of doing like this. So when it is digging where the cassava is, the soil is coming to this side, and the soil is piling up. I'm not doing a very big area, no, exactly where the, you see, in a rural area, for you to get to know whether the cassava is ready or the sweet potatoes are ready, there will always be a crack. So whenever you see a sweet potato or a cassava and there is that crack, it simply means that the sweet potatoes are ready, or the cassava is ready and it's big in size. So me during the day, during the day, I would survey around. I would survey around those rich families, shambas, because they have cassava, they have the plantains, they have the bananas, they have the sugar canes, and also where during the season of mangoes, there's one of my grandmother that is sister to my grandmother. She used to have so many mango trees and avocado trees. So this is what I would do. I would wait. I would wait till late in the evening. Late in the evening, and around 7 to 8. And because I have already mastered where we have the ready banana, the cassava, the sweet potatoes, and the sugar cane, what I will do is I will wait till when everyone has just, nobody's in the shamba, everybody has gone home. Now they are busy preparing their supper. Then I will now start my mission. I will take a sack and I will go to the shambas now. No, and I was very clever. I was very clever because I could, if I uproot one cassava here, I am not uprooting there again. So like I will uproot the cassavas that are all almost to the edge of the shamba. Like this is like this side here. There's a forest now. The good garden is up to here. This is where there are crops, and this one is a bush. Now I will target the cassavas that are almost to the edge, almost to the bush, because when the owner comes now, will think that this is a concubine. It has come from this bush. Let's clear this bush. Now, if they clear this bush and I have already uprooted some cassavas on this area, then next time I won't uproot from this area. Next time I'll go to the other area. The same happens to these sweet potatoes. You see, sweet potatoes are planted in not very hard soil, like the sand soil. So in the sand soil, you can just get the sweet potato like this. Then you shake a bit and you lift it. If you lift it, you'll see the big sweet potatoes. Then you cut that one. That one I put in the sack. And also I take and I never used to do it to one person. No, I will go around. Now this week I was here, so next week I won't do anything so that they don't suspect. Then next week I will look for another one somewhere there. I will go there and just, if it is sugar cane, I will check the ready one and I will cut it from down, and I will check the one that is actually at the center. See, sugarcane in our rural area, they are not planted like one. You'll find that in a small area there are like 10 of them. Then I will look the one that looks like a bit strong and almost ready. Then I will go exactly at the base. I will cut it from there. So when the owner, if the owner of that sugarcane is not an observant person, then he might not know whether something has been taken from him. And also I will look for, you see, like the bananas was a challenging one, because all the bananas that are almost becoming ready, they know. the owners of the shambas know this one, this banana and that banana and that banana, they'll be ready. No, I never used to like, to cut all of the banana. No, see the bananas, the way bananas are, they like this, like this, like this, like this. Me, I will come and cut one batch of banana, and then I leave the other bananas there. So when the owner comes, he'll look like, who is this person who is destroying my bananas? But I will do one from this farm, then I will go to the next, a very far place, to the next farm. And the evening, I'll go, you see, because we are on the hill, and our grandma gave my mom, where we used to, where we built our house, was on the top of the hill, completely the highest part. See, from there we could see, from there from there I could monitor. From there I could monitor the other families, because there are family down there, another family down there, another family down there. I could monitor. Now these guys have gone home. All the cows or the kettles, they have gone home, and now the darkness is now coming. Now when the darkness is coming, me, I'm not afraid of the snakes. I'm not afraid of anything, because on a hungry stomach, you can't be afraid of anything. What you actually want is, you want your stomach to be full at that time. You want your stomach to be full. You don't care whether there are snakes. You don't care whether there are wild animals. You don't care of anything. So my mission was, I have to get this food. Me used to go and do that. Then, for example, if I go and steal mangoes from my grandma, then the following day I will go to the grandma's home very early in the morning, and I will sit. You see, this is the door of the kitchen. I will sit there, and because I am very dirty, my clothes are full of ashes, because see, at that age, and you don't have food, we used to like sleep next to the kitchen. Kitchen is the three stones. We used like to sit there, because see, you have an hungry stomach. It's cold in the morning, so like you sit there like this. You sit like, you see, you are kind of shivering. Now you are putting your hands to the fireplace like this, and because there's no soap, there's no clothes, so the moment you stand from there, you don't think like, no, I am dirty. No, you are not dirty. I never used to see myself as that, because I remember in the year 2007, that is when I was in class 7. That is when my mom was very, very sick. I was in class 7. I was in a local primary school down there. Now I used to, because our school was down there and our home is up there, I used to monitor in school. I used to monitor whether I can see smoke from our home. If I see smoke, then I know my mother has not died, my mother is still alive. See, those are some of the challenges that I've faced in life. I had a very rough rough life when I was growing up. We used to have no food. And one thing I've realized is, anybody who has ever messed with a young person, messed in terms of, you are hungry at this kid because this kid has no food, and you're like insulting that person, that kid, you're throwing everything to that kid, you're calling that kid all matter of names, that young person doesn't forget. So we must be very, 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 very keen whenever we are treating people. That is why even today, whenever I met anyone, whether that person is pretending or not pretending, and that person tells me, even if I don't know that person, tells me, hey, unaweza nisaidia, can you help me with 100 bob or 200 shillings to buy food? Maybe I might not have the 100 shillings to give, but if I have anything in my pocket, actually I won't give that person money. But because he wants to eat, I will take him to a kibanda or to a very small kiosk or hotel, because we call them kibandas here, and buy food for that person. I know sometimes, even to the friends that I have now, sometimes I might be not very well with my you. Sometimes you might be having that negative a little bit towards me because maybe I borrowed you 100 shillings or 50 shillings or 1,000 shillings, and you think this person is asking too much. Sometimes life becomes very difficult, very difficult. And if I ever done that to you, then don't take me as a somebody who is not hardworking. I'm very hardworking. I'm very hardworking. Yes, because one thing is I will never let my kids sleep hungry. I can't let my kids sleep hungry. I better walk from my place to from this place, my home now, to my place of work. I better walk for my kids to live, because I have experienced this kind of rough life when I was growing up. So this is something that I think everybody wants this. Nobody wants the kids or their offsprings or their kids or their children to grow the way they grew, unless they come from a very good family, or the family that is strongly based. Me, I had a very rough, and that is why I'm telling this story today, so that if there's anyone who watches this video and you feel that you're at your lowest, I want you to know that there's still tomorrow, and tomorrow will be better than today. Yes, there might be challenges, but these challenges are there in life so that they can strengthen you for the good deeds that are on your way. So the best thing is focus, focus, focus. If there's nothing that you want, go for it. Go for it. Be determined. Don't be like these people are saying, like, I don't know. Doesn't matter whether you're educated or you're not. The education was just brought to confuse us. We are all human beings. We all have equal opportunities, but there will always a misunderstanding, and the reason why you see even people quarrel is because they are not on the same level of understanding. They are not on the same level of understanding. Some people understand things differently, others understand the other things differently, the way we were understood when we were growing up. But sometimes when those people who used to look down on us, when they see me now, then they'll be like, hey, is this so and so? Yes, guys, it's still me. You mocked me. By then you used to think that we will not make it in life. We will not grow. We will not have family. We'll just be miserable people because we've been raised in the street. No. It reaches a time when somebody has to stand. Somebody has to stand. You must say enough is enough. You must say you are tired of the situation that is in your place. You must stand up for your family. You must stand up for yourself, because if you don't do this, nobody will be there for you. Even when the world is making a lot of noise, even when nobody understands you, even when your own family disgraces you, even when your own people, they don't want you, you have to stand and say no, and say enough is enough. It is your time to rise. It is time to shine. And your family won't stay in the same position it has stayed for over 30 years. You need to wake up and break those altars, if they are altars, because I think in African setting, whenever you see a poor family or a generation of poor people, most of Africans associate it with bad spirits. If the bad spirits are there, if they are not there, even if they are there, you as a young person, you need to stand up, say no. If there wasn't a car in your family, be the first person to bring that car. If people in your family never get married, it is your high time to stand up and say that I will be married. If people in your entire family never ate shit, you must stand and say that I will be the first person to bring this change to your life. Because it doesn't matter how people see us. We need to stand for ourselves. We need to go out there and get what belongs to us. Guys, make sure that you watch this video till the end and consider subscribing to the Nick family. Thank you for listening to me. That is a part of my growing story. Though I have done so many weird things in this life, but I still hope that things will turn out good for us and for my family. I will be making a video of where I've grown up, the terrain and everything. So make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make sure that you become a member of my channel. Make sure that you support me and let's support each other. Supporting somebody doesn't mean that you're sending money to this person. No, doesn't mean that you're giving food to this person. No, even when you encourage this person when he's passing through turbulence of life or difficult times in life, that is support. But because most people think that support is the financial or the material thing that you give this person. No, that is not the support I'm talking about. But I'm not limiting anyone to support anyone. Support whom you think needs to be supported. Thank you for watching the Nick Family YouTube channel. Stay tuned for the next video. Subscribe, like, comment, and share this video. Thank you.